Hey everybody, I'm AJ.
I'm Aaron.
And we're from modernintel.ca. Today we're going to talk to you about the TM15.
Yep, that's the BT gun. It's part of the same series as the TM7, the TM series, you could call it. We're going to go over the regular things we usually do. We got what the gun's made out of, specs, what you can expect to own it when you own it, pros and cons, and then a final verdict just to finish off the video. So first what we'll do is we'll start off with what it is made out of.
So the body of the gun is it's kind of a new thing that BT's coming out with. It's magnesium alloy. It's supposed to be a little bit lighter and it's supposed to be a little more durable. Pretty much it's one solid piece. It's a clamshell design, so you got two halves, but it's one solid. The only thing that's plastic is the stock, the mag, and the trigger. And it looks like this piece down here, the trigger guard, and a little rubber slip-on that goes over the grip. Yep. Other than that, it's just one solid piece.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's a nice improvement over the TM7. The TM7 was like, I don't know, it was just really plasticky. It felt like a toy, especially for the price you pay. It just didn't. It felt like a Nerf gun or something. This has got a good feel to a good weight. It's not too heavy, especially considering its weight. It's actually a fair good weight, good balance. Plastic's fine. The stock is, I think, 5 or 6 positions. And the mag itself is plastic, and inside it holds the battery there. And it gives you the positive negative area just so you know where to put the battery. So you just drop it in there and put it in. So that's kind of cool. The barrel that it comes with is a 14-inch. And inside there's basically chambers. This is, from here on, is just a shroud. It's part of the whole gun though, you can't take it off. And that basically has different chambers inside of the shroud. And the barrel's built for that, so it actually makes the gun really quiet. So each is basically, it's kind of like a suppressor shroud. It's kind of cool. So the gun's really quiet.
It has Picatinny rails on the top, both sides and underneath. So really, you can slap on any kind of upgrade that you want, even if you want to throw 2 flashlights on it and one underneath. What the hell, go for it. So basically the whole inside is it's invert mini. So it's an electronic pretty much paintball marker. It's got 3 different positions here. Safe, just fire in one shot, 3-round burst, and then full auto. And of course, you have to fire 3 shots whenever going into a different different setting before it'll actually kick in. Yeah, they call it the
3-round safety shots, which I don't know. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's got the invert mini. It's really no different than the TM7. I think it may be clocked a little higher, so it may shoot a little more balls per second. But that's really, it's not really too different. Bottom fed ASA. There's no lines, hose lines going anywhere. The line actually goes through the grip, so that's kind of nice. So you don't have any like braided lines or anything anywhere. And the gun runs at a ridiculously low pressure, just like the TM7 or the invert mini, which is 200 psi. And like, just to put in perspective, like if you get an A5 or something like that, that's running at about 800 psi. So with this gun, you can probably expect to save a little bit of air. But I think it kind of goes hand in hand with how much rounds you're going to be shooting out of the gun, right? It's kind of all relative.
Yeah, because if you're shooting at full auto, it's not going to matter, really, because you're just going to waste the same amount of air anyways.
Yep. So pros and cons. The one pro I actually really like about this gun is if you saw our TM7 video, the selector switch on is kind of smushy. You can kind of bonk it easily if you're playing a game. This one's actually really improved. Like, it's just really nice and clicky. Like, you've got a really positive feel when you get into a position, and you can't really get it out unless you intentionally push on it. So it's kind of nice to know that like you're in the right spot all the time, not actually accidentally going into 3-round burst or full auto or something like that, not when you want it to. Yeah. So that's definitely a pro with me. I like that a lot.
Yep. It's pretty solid, right? It's one solid piece. The only thing that is really its own separate piece is, of course, stock and the mag, really. But other than that, you can't really lose anything because there's really nothing to lose.
Yep. I would say that actually goes hand in hand with the upgradability and modability of this gun, if that's a word. It's a word now. this gun, there's nothing to lose on it because it's all one big piece. If you plan to try to upgrade this, as far as the gun goes, it's kind of already built. Like, you can't put a shroud on this because it's already a shroud.
Yeah.
I've seen some people actually cut this off and then put a silencer on it, but you have to cut it off, right? Like, I don't know, it's almost like this should have been a separate part that you can take off.
Con with me is you have to turn this gun on. It's battery powered. I think that's weird, okay? I've never seen a military issued weapon that you actually have to turn on.
Yeah, if it's definitely if it's designed like a military gun, right? It's kind of weird.
Please, somebody show me one that you have to turn on, honestly. I'd like to know where they got that idea, really.
Well, it's definitely from the speedball guns, right?
It's good for Milsim, yep.
Yeah, it's a speedball gun, shrouded. Don't make any mistake that think this is like a military simulation gun. It's basically just a speedball gun covered up. It's like kind of pretending like it's not what it is.
It's pretty much just a gun for speedballers to transition themselves into woods ball.
On the same note, the power button, that actually seems to be kind of an issue with a lot of people. We've actually heard of some cases it actually gets stuck in the cold. It doesn't work at all. Like, it just won't turn on. So you take it to a game and you're just not playing, right? One person we saw it, there was no button. It's just gone. It fell off during gameplay. Like, I don't know what they're gluing this on with, like that little carpenter's glue from like paper glue, right? I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's just like he has to stick an Allen key in there. So that's just kind of poorly designed, especially since you have to turn it on, right? It should be made sure that like it's gonna turn on. Another con with me is that when you get this gun, it's actually really weird. When you get this gun, it comes with a hopper fed here, like we got the hopper fed neck, it's just a typical BT one. And then it also comes with a molding, like a spacer for your rip clip. But the thing is with this gun, it shoots really quietly, like we were talking about with the shroud here, that the rip clip is sound activated, that this, like a regular rip clip, doesn't actually pick up this gun. It may shoot a couple times, but most of the time, it doesn't work at all. So with the regular rip clip that comes with, like that's available right now, it doesn't work. So what's the point of including that plate, right?
Yeah.
It's like, here's an adapter, you can't use it. Go buy another hopper. One pro that I have, it's a little thing, but it's actually kind of nifty. Most guns that you get have the mag fed on them now, the Milsim ones, and they're just fake. They don't do anything at all. Usually most of the time they're actually closed up, you can't put anything. Some of them you can put like batteries, just extra batteries or extra Allen keys, but even still they just jingle around. This one, when you get it, you can put a battery in there, like we were talking about before, and also you can split this in half, and then you have a little Allen key toolkit in there. I think that's kind of cool. It fits all the ones that you're going to need.
Final verdict. I would probably have to say, give it a 7. 1 point for it being kind of innovated, magnesium alloy body, a little bit lighter. It's a good weight. Points off for being battery operated, and invert mini insides. I don't know. It's just my opinion.
My final verdict would be a 8.5. Okay. This is where this show really changes, right? Because we have two different opinions and you can see the differences, right? 8.5, and I would give it because it's, if you're thinking of a way, it's a good entry marker for speedball to go to woods ball. This isn't Milsim, woods ball. It's very familiar with those people. Same board, same everything like that. What I really like is the selector switch. They've really improved that. The trigger's got a good feel. The TM7 is really smushy. Low pressure system, so you can use less air. And what I don't like is the hopper. Like, I would really like to use a rip clip on here. Like, it's a BT rip clip. It should work on a BT gun, right? And just the customizability, there's really nothing you can do with it unless you want to get out a saw, a powered saw, and cut this all to bits. Yeah. And that's just kind of stupid. And the 14-inch barrel, that's already pretty long. Like, unless you want to put an 18-inch in, that's kind of just excessive and useless, right? So overall, it's a good starter gun from speedball to woods ball. It's got a good speed rate. And that's about it. 8.5 and...
a 6. No, it was a 7.
Great. Thanks a lot, guys.